$20 million. 20 mil. House on the hill. A Lamborghini in the driveway. Fly first class both ways. Both ways. See the world when I want to. When I want shopping to. Sprees when I want to. When investments with interest a show do. That'll do. $5,000 on the hotel.
Guys, welcome back to the ZIGGY Eats Show.
What's up, everybody?
How have you guys been?
How you been?
How you been?
How you been? How you been? How you been? How you been? I've been good. How you been?
I've been good too.
Yeah.
Guys, we are just gonna get right into it. Not much to say. We got a very simple
Simple, unique, and beautiful, and different, because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's how we bring it to you every day, all day.
You good?
Huh?
Guys,
Positive vibes, baby.
positive vibes. Yeah, your girl didn't feel like doing much today, although I feel like I put a lot of effort into this, although as simple as it is. I've had a couple of Cornish game hens for a while now, and I just never, were frozen.
For those that don't know, what's a Cornish game hen?
It's basically a small, tiny baby chicken.
You hear that, people?
Yeah.
A baby chicken.
The Cornish hens are like the breed for a lot of those who don't know. So it's not like a different kind of animal. It's a tiny baby chicken. Each one of these, they weigh a pound. So that puts it in perspective of how small it is. They do have some that's a little bit larger, like about 1.5 pounds, but on average, they're like about 1 pound. So yeah, I just roasted it. There's nothing I love more than garlic and herb roasted chicken.
Oh, yeah.
So this has garlic,
that flavor,
rosemary,
that
thyme, and all that stuff. And here we've got classic creamy green beans.
See, all that green?
I know the British, they usually do mushy peas. And I said green beans. These are not beans, guys. Green peas. Forgive me.
Green peas.
Green peas. So I didn't want to do the mushy peas like my English ancestors do.
Oh.
I wanted to more keep them whole, but I like them creamy. So I added a little...
The creamier, the better.
Heavy cream. Here's your spoon, mi amorcito.
Gracias.
And here's my spoon. And
so what are we doing first? Peas or chicken?
I want to get into the peas. I love the peas.
Give it a try.
I want to get it while it's nice and hot. I can still see the steam coming off of it.
Very good. Nice, creamy, soft, tender,
Guys,
juicy.
Honestly, I feel like there's nothing better than perfectly cooked peas. And if anyone out there doesn't like green peas, you haven't had it cooked properly. Trust.
So true. Much better any restaurant out there. I mean, it's hard to find like something like this good as this in a restaurant.
I mean, if you do find it somewhere, it's usually like straight out of a can. Or if it's frozen, they boil it.
Really good, guys.
Yeah, you don't want to boil these at all. I got a knife here in case I need it for my Cornish hen. But
you know, I don't do utensils.
it should be tender enough, or it just pulls apart.
Guys, look at this baby, huh? Look at this baby. Huh? I know you want it.
Here, you can take the first bite of the leg. Look, the bone is like coming out of it.
Look at it. Look. Beautiful.
And if you notice, we don't even have a sauce here. Because I don't think this is going to need a sauce.
True.
It's just so tender. All on its own. So guys, we have not done a video for you guys where we're sitting down together since...
Last year.
Or, no. That wasn't a funny joke. Since, or... He's got the weirdest sense of humor. Since our new president has been inaugurated. So...
Yeah, baby. You got a new leader in the house.
It's not a full week yet. It's been how many days?
4 or 5.
Something like that. Yeah.
New leader, new chapter, new beginning. Oh yeah, bright stars, bright skies. Not sure if that goes back.
And he's making a lot of changes. Ooh, runaway chicken. He's undoing A lot of stuff that Trump did.
Oh,
That shouldn't have been done to begin with.
yeah.
Right?
Correct. Putting this country back on top, baby. Back on top where it belongs. You know what I'm saying?
His primary focus is getting rid of this virus, as it should be. How great was it seeing Dr. Fauci back in the White House?
I know, he was happy talking there.
Yeah.
He was so happy. Couldn't see it.
We have not seen Dr. Fauci back in the White House press room in forever.
And we finally have a press secretary. That's what they call him. I'm not sure what they call him. Yeah. Who's welcoming, who has a smile.
Yeah.
Who doesn't, talk bad to reporters.
I mean, everything has just been refreshing so far. I mean...
She's even funny. Like, that remark
Yeah,
she made.
she has a good sense of humor.
Yeah, about the weekend.
Yeah, guys,
Like, I'll be here every day except for the weekend. I'm not a monster.
if you didn't hear clearly what he said, we're talking about the new White House press secretary.
I'm sorry.
Jen Psaki is her name. What do you think of the chicken?
Very good. Delicious. Delicious.
Tender.
I'm sorry for their parents, but I gotta eat you know what I'm saying? Delicious. I mean, just delicious.
I mean, it's just like the perfect...
Tender, juicy, all that sazon, all that flavor.
Yeah.
Once you put it in your mouth, it just melts. It's,
This would be perfect. A bed of salad.
Oh, it's not.
Nice healthy salad.
You and your salad. Sandwich, baby.
You can't put a whole
Sandwich.
chicken on a sandwich.
Yes, you can. Take it off the bone. Boom. With some nice mayo, put the chicken on top. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
But that doesn't make it extra special. You can make a chicken sandwich, boneless chicken any day.
Nah, not like this. Not like this, sis.
You know I love a salad.
Yeah. Her salad. And her
My what?
her grass.
Not that grass.
Well, I don't know about that.
I can't with you. Oh, these green peas, guys. Try them. Here. See the steam coming off of that? Can they see it? Yeah. This is for you. I'm giving you that forkful. Spoonful.
Oh my god.
Well,
So good.
I mean, if you're doing like a meal for your family, family of 4, just buy 4 of these.
For sure.
Yeah.
And even the kids, I mean. I think the twins would probably love this.
Yeah. It was perfect portion size chicken.
Yeah, wow. Guys, whoever watched the inauguration, the whole thing, let us know what you guys think about the performances. I think they were pretty good, except, I don't know. I mean, Jade, I wasn't too thrilled about her performance. Yeah.
Speaking of performances, let's switch gears for a minute. Let's talk about that Verzuz
Oh.
with Keisha Cole and Ashanti. Comment down below and let us know what you think about the whole thing if you did watch it. First of all,
I'm Team Keisha, just so you know. But
I was Team Keisha going into it, but I came out thinking that Ashanti won. But that's not the case. That's not my issue with it right now. My issue is that Keisha Cole, I don't know what her reason was. It was hella disrespectful that she showed up almost 2 hours late.
traffic.
Really? Like an hour and a half late. Seriously. I mean, Ashanti was late, but she was almost an hour late, which is bad in and of itself. But Keisha showed up like almost 2 hours late. To me, that was unacceptable. That was disrespectful.
Yeah, and she was uncomfortable because she was basically almost her assets were almost like coming out. I mean,
Her boobs he's talking
Yeah.
about. I mean, she knew that going in. She wore the damn outfit. They were both uncomfortable in what they were
Yeah.
wearing
It
because
makes no sense.
Ashanti was complaining that her shorts were cutting off her coochie or whatever. Can I say that word?
No.
Yeah. Cutting off the blood flow down there. And I watched the recap that Swiss Beats did the following day. You know,
really?
Usually he has like a call with Timbaland. And hold on, guys. God bless his bone. They talk about what happened, thoughts and feedback and stuff like that. They do it after every Verzuz. And let me tell you, Swiss Beats was not happy.
Oh, really?
Not happy at all. He was annoyed.
What did he say?
Before I tell you what he said something that you said when you were watching.
Cool.
Do you remember what you said about the chairs? The chairs that they were sitting on.
No, I don't remember.
You said the chairs look scary.
I did?
Yeah. Because remember we were watching it on our TV. Guys, we usually watch the Verzuz on Apple Music. I've got one of those, what do you call those? Those Apple TV box things. So I can watch it put it up on the big screen. Yeah, and before they actually came and sat down, we were just literally looking at their chairs.
Yeah.
And their setup. I don't think you remember what you said, but you did say that the chairs look scary. So one of the first things Swiss said was that, listen, I don't know whose idea that was, but these chairs that we've been using have got to go. He says these Lord of the Rings chairs have got to go. They look scary as hell. Like,
You gotta make me feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, he was like, no, we're not doing those chairs anymore. And he was also saying that showing up an hour and a half late is disrespectful. He said that. And he said, you have to be respectful of people's time. And actually, he said they had about 6 million people watching.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he's like, if you are doing a stadium show for 6 million people, are you going to show up an hour and a half late?
Yeah.
He was like, you know, that's disrespectful. Because he said they almost canceled it.
Again?
Yeah, and that would have been the third time.
If you can say a third time, say, you know what, forget it. We're not doing it.
So he was not happy. He says, yes, I know technical issues happen and things happen, but coming that late is unacceptable. And obviously, you know, he's talking about Keisha Cole. He was not happy. And then he even said that she had an attitude. And he said that he was shocked that they had the nerve to take a break. He was like, when did intermission and all of that came into this? He's like, Verzuz, you're supposed to go straight, no breaks, no nothing. And he's like, you show up.
That's true. I thought it was going to break because of how they were dressed. Because they were
That they
both
were gonna
complaining.
change.
Yeah. I thought going to say could
But they
change. But when they
didn't
came back
change.
and don't change, like, what's the break for?
Yeah. But he's like, how you show up an hour and a half late and still take a break? You know? I'm like, he's just spitting the truth.
Yeah.
He was like annoyed to the 10th power. And then the other thing he said was that you gotta not only show respect to the audience that's watching, but show respect to your partner, the person who you're doing the battle with, the Verzuz with. He says it's not cool when one person's song is playing, you're over here on your phone. You know?
That was Ashanti was doing that.
Ashanti was constantly on her phone. So he was giving both of them the business. He's like,
I think she was trying to reach out to some wasn't him what's his name?
Ja Rule?
Ja Rule, because she even said that she reached out to him and he won to her. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, but I mean, that's besides the point.
Yeah.
You should have done all that before.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, because he says you can't constantly be on your phone.
Yeah. Because she was trying to reach out to Puffy and Ashanti was trying to reach out
But
to
they
Ja Rule.
weren't doing it during the show. They tried before.
Yeah.
Not during the show. He says that's disrespectful. He said you can't just get up and walk away while somebody else's song is playing. That was a jab at Keisha, because Keisha got up a couple of times while Ashanti music was playing.
But there are rules to this verses? Maybe they don't know the rules.
It's not about rules. He's saying it's just common decency and respect.
Yeah.
You know? you guys are supposed to be like friends, and you're doing it for the culture, you know, for each other, and just listening to each other's music. They're not the first ones who've done it. Other people have done it too, but he was just like, it was more painfully obvious this time around, and it just looked really disrespectful to him. And I guess all the flaws were like highlighted more to him because he was already annoyed that the whole thing started 2 hours late, so he started nitpicking on everything. So Keisha got up several times while Ashanti's music was playing, to whether she go fix herself or whatever. And then Ashanti was constantly on her phone.
And I didn't like that guy that just jumped in there like, who
are
you?
He talked about that.
Yeah.
He was like, I think he was one of the DJs.
Yeah, but still.
And he was like, listen, to
this is
the
not your
DJs,
Verzuz.
this is not your show. This is not about you. Because he says that he wants to take away the DJ's mics, because some of them had mics and were like, when a song is played on the hook, they started talking and stuff like that. He was just hella annoyed. So he was like, listen, we need to make some changes.
Yeah. Did Simba say anything?
He was like listening and shaking his head, and he was like in a whole zone. For the most part, he was agreeing, but he was just like...
Jim just wants to be neutral. He's like,
yeah.
I want to probably, you know, I work with him.
I think he was shocked that Swiss was just letting it all out. So he was like, oh, so we just gonna talk about the business just like... You know? I think he was shocked that he was just saying it all out in public.
I mean, why not? They're the one who started it, you know what I'm saying? It's their thing. Verzuz is them. They're Verzuz.
What I'm saying, he was shocked that he was saying it on air, on live video. You know? And not behind closed doors. That's the thing.
Right.
He was just there, and he was listening for the most part and kind of agreeing. Stuff like that. So... Apparently, Missy's gonna do it.
Okay, I guess so.
They didn't say. But he says, Timberland says that one's got to be extra special because, you know, Missy's like his sister and stuff like that. So.
But any clues against who?
No, he didn't say. I think he wants it to be like a big surprise. Yeah, it's gonna be a big deal. Guys, if
Who you like to see high fans? Or who do you think she should go with?
I know they like to put female against female, but I wouldn't. Missy is more of a producer. Yes, she has her songs, but she's really known for producing music.
Yeah.
I can't think of any female that would be a good matchup for her.
That's true.
But I think if we're just doing based on music, not on gender, I think Pharrell would be a good matchup for her.
Oh yeah.
Because Pharrell has his own songs that he sings, just like Missy has 1 and 2 here and there. But Pharrell is a very well-known music producer and produces like lots of hits and stuff like that for people that you wouldn't even expect.
Yeah.
So I feel like his career is probably a little bit more similar, you know?
Yeah.
To Missy. Another person that I think, well, I don't even know. I'll save him for somebody else. I don't know. The only person I can think of is Pharrell. Who do you think? I know they want to do Busta Rhymes and it's been on the internet. They want to do Busta Rhymes and Missy, but I don't think that's the right
match. That's weird.
Yeah, that's a weird matchup to me. I don't see how that works.
And Justin Timberlake?
What? That's so dumb. No. That don't even make no sense. That makes less sense than Busta Rhymes. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I was just gonna say, if you're a person who does not like chicken breast because it's usually dry or something like that, try it on a Cornish game hen. It's very tender and juicy, and it doesn't, well, provided you don't cook your chicken to that.
I'm really hopeful about this battle because I'm a Keisha fan, but it was like I expected more, but it's just very flat.
Yeah.
There was no real battle, I'm saying.
But remember my sister was saying that the audio was very bad? To us, watching on Apple TV, it was not bad. It sounded okay to us. But apparently, a lot of people were saying that the audio was bad. So after it ended, there were lots of comments saying that there should be a rematch, should be redone. Swiss Beats was like, nah.
No.
It was already hard enough
Yeah.
getting this going. It was hella disrespectful the way it went down. When he was like, no, it's done, it's dead.
No.
Those are his words. He was like, not happening. Yeah. I can tell, like, to me, it seemed like he was just, like, so over those two girls. He was like, he gave them their props and stuff, you know, and apparently they broke records, which I'm surprised.
Wow.
Based on the amount of people that came in and out, and out. Yeah. He gave them their props, and, you know, the music was good and all of that. But I think overall, he was just completely disgusted by the attitudes, the behaviors, you know, and in regards to the sound, he was like, the sound being bad, that's what happens when you don't show up to sound check. Because he didn't say who. I don't know if it's one of them or both of them. But apparently someone, or maybe both of them, didn't show up for sound check. Didn't do any sound check. And he was like, they're disrespecting the platform because he's like, if you were performing at the Super Bowl, you telling me you're not going to show up for a sound check if you're performing at the Super Bowl? And the audience that you get on Verzuz is 200 times the audience of the Super Bowl.
Really?
Super Bowl doesn't get 6 million people in this, you know, there. So, yeah, he was really, really annoyed. These green peas, man.
They're really good. Really good.
Guys, another
Take
bite
my
of the
word for
peas.
It's slamming.
I don't know how people don't like vegetables.
Shame on you.
I felt like I spent this entire episode talking.
No, we both talk.
Just yabbering on about Verzuz. You guys probably don't even care about it. Probably didn't even say it. But I usually watch them because I'm a music fanatic. I love music. I love all genres of music. Well, I'm not going to say I love all genres of music. There's some that I love more than others. But I appreciate all
You
genres.
can't say all genre because, like, what do you know about Spanish music?
There's some Spanish music. That's why I said I appreciate, not love. I love me some Selena. I love me, you know, the...
Who else? Come on, name me a few.
Hold on. Can you stop?
Chester.
I love some of the Ricky Martin Spanish music. You know I love me some Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony can get it any day. Sorry. Let me stop. You know that Fonzie guy? The Despacito guy? Yeah. There's this other guy. He's an actor. He used to come to a lot of telenovelas. Who sings? I can't recall his name, but I like some of his music. So like I said, I don't love every genre. There's some that I love, but I appreciate all genres of music, with the exception of that heavy metal stuff. I can't get behind it.
I can.
It gives me a headache. But even country music, I love music. You know I love music and country music. But R&B is my thing. But, yeah, guys. That's it. We're just getting kind of long. I mean, most people have been able to finish off this whole chicken. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's 1 pound. 1 pound of chicken is a lot to eat.
Slamming, baby, slamming.
I can't finish my chicken. There's not much left on it. It's a little bit of meat.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you did good. You did better than I did.
So that's what I do. I throw it down.
I'm almost done with my
Almost. Come on, finish that, girl.
my green peas.
Finish that. Finish your veggies. Come on.
I'll finish my
Eat your
veggies.
veggies. Eat your veggies. Eat your veggies.
I am eating my veggies. Alright, guys. We're just getting kind of long. So,
Love you, mi gente. Mucho amor. I blanked out.
you've been blanking out a lot lately.
I'm getting old.
Getting? Getting?
Yeah.
You already are.
No.
Well, you're about to burp in my face, aren't you?
All right, guys. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned for more to come.
Okay.
in the next following days. Oh yeah, you'll like it. Keep coming back, because you will like what we have for you. Thank you for being a part of the family, because we love having you around. Share us with everyone.
Yeah, tell a friend, tell a neighbor.
Anyone.
Someone,
share,
please.
share, because sharing is caring.
If you have the ability to share us out on your community board, we'd really appreciate that as well.
Go ahead. Your neighbor, your mailman, your job, everybody share. Spread the word.
On your
Make it
Facebook
easy
page.
here to stay. Because we love you.
On your Instagram stories.
We love you. We love you.
I'm
Just
hungry
go
for my
ahead,
green
go
peas,
ahead
guys.
and share us.
I'm full, but I have to finish my vegetables.
Yeah.
$20 million, 20 mil. House on the hill, a Lamborghini in the driveway. Fly first class both ways.